Okay, boys and girls, so my name, you can call me Dr. D, that stands for Dr. Dethloff, and I work in the school district. So one of my jobs is to go all over our town and city of San Angelo and try to make sure that our principals and teachers, they have everything they need to do a great job with your education and to make sure you have a lot of fun. And one thing I'm a little jealous of this morning is all of your pajamas. So I see some that I want to borrow. So I'm hoping it's like a library where I can check out some pajamas or at least get good gift ideas for the holiday season. So thank you for coming, and I am so excited to share with you. Like Dr. Ryan, I was an elementary principal for about 12 years in another school district. So I really miss being at an elementary campus and being with all you guys. So it's exciting to be here. One thing I want to do is, since I'm only at Lamar maybe a couple of times, so one thing I want to do is I'm going to step back about 10 feet, and I want to show you my face so that you just don't think it's a talking mask, and then I'm going to step forward and put my mask back on. So I'm going to go way back here just so you can see me and I can wave. So I just want to say hi to you. Now I'm going to put my mask on, and I'm going to come back closer again so that I can read you this great book. So one of our great San Angelo reads, this is an initiative that we want to start up because literacy matters. The more books you read, the better off in life you're going to be. And one of my favorite books, and here's a couple of things that readers do. So I have a lot of friends that are really good readers, and one of the things I like to do is get recommendations from my friends that are good readers. And I say, hey friend, it's the holiday season. Give me a good book maybe about some snow or blizzard weather or just some things that are really fun during the holiday season. And so I had two friends that are readers, and they recommended this book, and it's called 10 on the Sled. So one of the things that I know that second graders do is you kind of look at the pictures, and the illustrator, the person that creates all the pictures and draws the pictures in the book, one of the things that you guys do is look at the picture and try to figure out what's in this book. You've probably heard of the word schema. And schema is really kind of the way your brain works, the way you think about things, and using your background knowledge to really kind of dig into a book and see what it's about. So if I'm using my schema and I'm using my background knowledge about books, and I'm looking at this 10 on the Sled, I see a lot of animal friends that I like. And I'm wondering about them because this guy looks like a moose, and the front one looks like a caribou, and some people call caribou reindeer. So reindeer and caribou are kind of synonymous. That means kind of the same. And some people call them the same thing. Now, I prefer reindeer because I've always been a lifelong member and a fan of Santa Claus. So I'm going to call it reindeer, but a lot of people call it caribou too. So in this book, it's called a caribou, so we'll read through it that way. And then you've got a polar bear, looks like a walrus, a seal. And you know what I noticed when I was looking at this picture? This walrus has big tusks, almost look like teeth, but they're kind of big tusks. And I'm thinking that wolf might be a little bit scared because those tusks look like they're going right into the wolf's neck. So I hope they don't wreck on this trip because no telling what would happen. So I hope everybody stays safe with all these animals. So let's dig in and see what happens. So this book is by Kim Norman. So that's the author. And then as I was looking really closely at the front cover, I noticed maybe a secret spy bird in this little tree. So I discovered this secret spy bird after I was looking at it very closely. So let's see what happens on 10 on the Sled. 10 on the Sled. And Mr. Dethloff's getting a little bit older, so his eyesight's going down a little bit, so I got to hold it way back. Okay, so a lot of things are happening here. Looks like the caribou is tugging this sled up the hill, and all the animals are gathered around watching it. On a sunlit night, 'neath a snowy moon, there was one on the sled, then two, but soon. Oh my, what's going to happen here? There were 10 on the sled, and the caribou said, slip over, slide over. So they all slid over. and the seal spilled out. So they already lost one of their animal friends. The seal already came out. But luckily he's got that knit cap on, so he ought to be warm. Because it looks like real snowy there. Oh, and I think they're starting to go downhill now. Looks like they're starting to go downhill. And maybe gaining a lot of speed and going really super blizzard fast. There were 9 on the sled, and the caribou said, "It's snowing, get going." So they all got going. You can see the snow whipping around the sled right now. They're going really fast. Uh-oh, but Hare popped out. So hare is another name for rabbit. A lot of people call rabbits hares and hares rabbits. And so the hare fell out of the sled, but he kind of looks comfortable over here. Well, let's see what happens now. There were 8 on the sled, and the caribou said, "It's slicker. Go quicker." So they all went quicker. But sheep shot out. We kind of see a lot of sheep in San Angelo, don't we? Or rams. So the sheep shot out. Wolf's still happy, probably because that walrus turned around where his tusk is not in his neck anymore. There were 7 on the sled, and the caribou said, "We're gliding, keep riding." So they all kept riding. But walrus whirled out. So now the walrus fell out. And you know what I was noticing? They're gaining speed going downhill. Oh no. Look what happened. They're not even on the snow anymore. They're up in the air. There were 6 on the sled, and the caribou said, "We're lighter, hold tighter." So they all held tighter. But the fox flipped out. And if you see in this corner way up here, there's a snowball. And I think all of our animal friends are entangled in the snowball, gaining mass amounts of speed in a wintry blizzard.
It looks small, but it's actually big.
There were 5 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Great thunder, duck under." So they all ducked under. But the squirrel squeezed out. They're losing all their people. Oh, there's our big snowball. You can see him sticking out of it.
It's coming.
There were 4 on the sled, and the caribou said, "They're chasing, keep racing." So they all kept racing. But the wolf wiped out. All of a sudden the wolf wiped out.
There's only 3 on the sled.
I can see that you're making predictions in your head about the ending of this. I wonder what's going to happen. There were 3 on the sled, and the caribou said, "They're winning. No spinning." So they all quit spinning. But Moose muddled out. You know, if I go back to the front, look, the moose seemed the most excited about this sled ride, and he's already out. And the snowball keeps gaining animals.
Oh wait, the moose is kind of the biggest.
There were 2 on the sled, and the caribou said, "Keep trying, we're flying." So they both kept flying, till Bear bailed out.
Oh, Bear. Oh, Bear.
There was 1 on the sled, and the caribou said, I'm lonely, I'm chilled to the bone. A reindeer likes flying, but never alone." So, now the reindeer is the only one left on the sled. Let's see what's going to happen here. 1 through 10 all leaped on again for one more run and a little more fun in the moonlight land of the midnight sun. So I love happy endings during the holiday season. What they do, they all jump back on and they're going for another sleigh ride. So all the animal friends jump back on, and now they're going for another sleigh ride. And then we approach our time together comes to an end. Just like the book, and it says the end. Sometimes I'll look on the back page, there might be like secret tips or hints. It's like just a starry night. And that is one of my favorites, 10 on the Sled. My other favorite growing up when I was your age, and even a little younger, was Are You My Mother? And it was a little bird, and the little bird thought a dog was its mom, and then it thought this big crane bulldozer thing was its mom.
Oh, I have that
Do y'all have that book? You might need to check it out along with some of your PJs. Very nice. Well, thank you for allowing me to share this time with you. Thank you for being second graders. And I understand that you guys might be so smart you just skipped the 5th grade. Is that true?
Yep.
I was thinking that might be the case. But we'll keep all the recesses and lunches in, so we'll keep doing that. All right, thank you, and I appreciate you, and have a great holiday season. So celebrate this special time with your families and friends, and keep staying safe, because we're so proud of you. So keep staying safe. Okay, thank you.
Thank you, Dr.
Happy Thanksgiving.